immediately I knew it had been taken.
And immediately, Matt Hutchins geared up to try to get his stolen bike back. He'd parked his $500 ride outside his house in a quiet Central Maine neighborhood when he went to bed. When he woke up, it was gone.
I work for my stuff, I work hard, and you just have this feeling like I didn't deserve this to happen.
Matt, like many bike theft victims, made the mistake of not locking his bike up.
We've definitely been getting a lot more phone calls. People calling us and saying, hey, keep on the lookout for such and such a bike. Here's the serial number, here's the color, here's the model.
Chris Carlton from Allspeed says he's hearing more and more stories from his customers of thieves speeding off with bikes.
It seems like thieves are kind of, I don't know, looking around for more expensive bikes.
FBI statistics show bike theft is on the rise as riding becomes more popular as a sport and way to get around.
We see a ton of traffic, especially people moving in and out of Monument Square.
And with all that traffic, the National Bike Registry says across the country, more than 1.5 million bikes are stolen every year.
There are more bike accidents, and for the same reason that there are more bike thefts, there are simply more bikes on the road and more folks riding.
Have you ever driven in Portland? There you go. It's a lot easier to ride a bike around Portland in many cases than it is to operate a car.
Season doesn't really seem to matter. Type of bike doesn't seem to matter.
So 13 on Your Side teamed up with the Bike Coalition of Maine to hit the streets to see how good of a job bikers are doing protecting their wheels.
The lock that you use is very important.
You got to protect your investment.
But we found many bikes with no lock at all. Some just left on the street. Others secured with nothing more than a plastic tie or a thin chain.
You could probably do that with a pair of clippers that you'd have at home on the average tool bench.
Let's look at this one here. What do you think about this lock?
You know, this is a solid lock. This is a very nice recumbent trike.
Even with a good lock, we learn there are ways to make the lockup more secure.
This is another U-lock. Yep, this is a great job. You know, what I might recommend with this U-lock would be to try to get it through the wheel as well as a piece of the frame and then attach it to the bike rack.
That kind of lock goes for about $35 at this shop.
A U-lock is pretty secure.
And if you really want to keep the bad guys away, lock up in more than one place.
The big key is that you need two very different tools to dismantle these types of locks. And even if a thief has one type of tool, chances are they won't have time to use both tools to take both locks off.
As for Matt Hutchins, his stolen bike poster campaign worked. Someone spotted his bike outside a gas station. Police took it back, charging the guy who had it.
It was awesome, you know, and I got it back. I put new hand grips on it. I put a new seat on it. I washed it all up, put it in the garage.
Lesson learned, case closed.
The best way to recover a bike is not have to recover it at all.